Kai Havertz has no problem paying to travel to away matches for Chelsea. Speaking to the press ahead of the Blues trip to France, Havertz admitted that he would not have a problem with the players paying out of their own pocket to travel to away games. He said, "I will pay, that's no problem. I think that's not a big deal for us. For us to come to the games is the most important thing. I think there are a lot of harder moments, harder things in the world right now than if we have to take a bus or plane to an away game. I will pay it, no problem." The German international continued to reveal that he just wants to focus on his football amid the uncertainty off the field. "I think everyone knows it is not easy. You always try to focus on the games. Such a situation never happened at Chelsea before," he continued. "It's a little bit strange, of course. As I said, we are professionals and sometimes situations like this can happen. It's not easy for us, especially for the whole club, the fans, for everyone. I think the best we can do in the moment is to play good football, to try to give the fans a smile in these kind of situations." Chelsea handed boost ahead of Lille clash as Reece James and Callum Hudson-Odoi return to training. Chelsea have been handed a boost ahead of their UEFA Champions League clash against LOSC Lille as Reece James and Callum Hudson-Odoi have returned to training. James suffered an injury against Burnley, suffering with a muscular problem, whilst Hudson-Odoi hasn't featured since before the Carabao Cup final last month. The pair have been pictured back in first-team training for Chelsea, however, ahead of the Champions League round of 16 second leg against Lille in France on Wednesday. When previously asked about their involvement against Lille, and potential to be in Chelsea training, Tuchel remained coy. He said, "We will try to have Reece and Callum later in training, but will be a very tight race. We will take this decision after the training session. They were not involved. Let's see if it is worth the risk. It will be very tight with these two." With the pair returning to training, it will be interesting to see if they travel with the squad to France on Wednesday. Thomas Tuchel reveals Chelsea squad in good mood despite recent uncertainty. Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel has revealed his squad are in a good mood, despite the recent uncertainty surrounding the club. The Blues have been affected by the recent sanctions imposed by the UK government on current owner Roman Abramovich. Despite this, the club is still able to be sold, and Chelsea have won every single game they have played since it was announced they would be put up for sale. When speaking to the media ahead of their Champions League knockout round second leg tie against Lille, via Football London, Tuchel revealed the spirits in the camp as they prepare for another European fixture. "Good mood. We couldn't have two more different games than we had, in Norwich and against Newcastle, in terms of playing style and obstacles to overcome. We relied on skillful play and controlled the game versus Norwich and managed to win the game. Against Newcastle it was a question of mentality, resilience, a question of physicality, of focus and defending, being brave and staying committed. That makes any coach in the world very happy how we won this match. We won it late. The mood is good. I am convinced the team knows what it took to perform like this, produce results. This is what we are up to again tomorrow. When I say we allow ourselves to focus on what we control, I mean it. This is what we do in the training ground. Like I said, the focus is to take the responsibility for the people who take the responsibility that we are in a big club. There are hundreds of them. This is what we do in the moment." Cesar Azpilicuetas Chelsea contract to be extended amid Barcelona interest. Cesar Azpilicueta's contract at Chelsea is set to be extended amid long-term interest from Barcelona, according to reports. The Blues captain joined the side from Marseille in 2012, and has become one of the club's most successful players in its history. His contract in West London is set to expire at the end of the season, along with fellow centre-backs Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen. According to Goal, the Blues are set to renew his deal at the club, which would therefore prevent Barcelona from signing him as a free agent. There is a clause in his current contract that will allow the world and European champions to extend his time at Stamford Bridge should he meet a certain number of appearances. The report suggests that he is close to hitting this figure and he could therefore stay at the club beyond the current season. It is also believed that such an extension would be able to take place, despite the recent sanctions imposed on current owner Roman Abramovich by the UK government. After it was revealed that the La Liga giants had secured Christensen for next season, the Catalan side wanted to progress their talks with Azpilicueta in the hopes of adding a second Chelsea player to their squad for the new campaign. Blues boss Thomas Tuchel recently commented on the contract situation surrounding the captain as he said, "I think the contract situation with Azpi is pretty clear. At the moment we deal with it and Azpi deals with it very professionally. We are on it behind closed doors. He is super important. He gets better with every game he plays and he leads by example. He embodies everything that Chelsea stands for, being relentless, being humble, but being a warrior at the same time. Chelsea perform Middlesbrough behind closed doors U-turn after backlash. Chelsea have withdrawn their request to play their FA Cup quarter-final tie against Middlesbrough behind closed doors. The club requested on Tuesday to have the game at the Riverside Stadium played without spectators due being unable to sell tickets to their supporters after receiving an allocation of over 4,500. Several hundred were sold before owner Roman Abramovich was sanctioned last Thursday, however the large remainder weren't. They were suspended from selling any further tickets on March 10 and onwards due to the special license the club was given as a result of Abramovich's assets being frozen. Chelsea asked the government for the green light to sell the remainder of the allocation, but their request was denied, and they subsequently, reluctantly, requested for the cup tie to be played behind closed doors for matters of sporting integrity. This was met with backlash by the club's supporters trust, as well as Middlesbrough and the government, who all released statements showing their discontent at the request. And on Tuesday evening, the FA confirmed the club had indeed withdrawn the request following talks. In a statement by the FA, after constructive talks between the FA and Chelsea, the club has agreed to remove their request for the Emirates FA Cup quarter-final tie against Middlesbrough to be played behind closed doors. The FA remains in ongoing discussions with Chelsea, the Premier League and the government to find a solution that would enable both Chelsea fans to attend games and away fans to attend Stamford Bridge, whilst ensuring sanctions are respected. Thomas Tuchel comments on Chelsea finding solutions amid club sale. Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel has commented on the club finding solutions amid their upcoming takeover. The Blues were put up for sale by current owner Roman Abramovich at the beginning of the month. Despite sanctions being imposed on him by the UK government, prospective buyers are still believed to be interested in making a purchase of the world and European champions. Speaking to the media ahead of their Champions League tie against Lille, via Football London, the German boss spoke on the situation regarding the club's sale. "We have to deal with it. We have some new things to talk about, like how to arrive at games, things that are normally taken care of by the team management and organisation team. We have to put our heads together to work things out, then find solutions. Also, matters like how to arrive at the match, this was not the case before. Some subjects we are not used to discuss, but we have to. It is no problem to discuss it. We spend some extra time, extra hours to give our thoughts and find solutions. We want to find solutions. As hard as we want to play the match tomorrow and make it to the next round, we want to also play the match in the FA Cup on Saturday and make it into the next round."
That is on Chelsea News today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye and see you by tomorrow news.